And in some more news, when you have history being created, you have a New York Times South Asia Bureau journalist who will be the first woman to enter and offer prayers at the Sabrimala temple. She is being escorted up the hill amid police protection. So this is exactly what the Supreme Court verdict was all about. Breaking the shackles and the social barriers of the ban against women between the age group of 10 to 50 years old. Now they are free. Nobody can stop them from going inside Sabrimala. And we saw how violent you saw all the protests that had gone up, and the kind of protest and the violence and the ugly scenes was witnessed. Even the journalists and the media there were not spared. Our own journalist was attacked in this mayhem. But creating history, nevertheless, you have the women who are marching towards Sabrimala, and one of them is New York Times South Asia Bureau journalist who will be the first woman to enter and offer prayers at Sabrimala temple. She's been escorted up the hill amid police protection. So you can see, as far as police deployment, security deployment is concerned, that has been beefed up. Today as well, you have protests that are expected to escalate. And there you can see her on your screens talking there to the policemen. And she will be marching forward. She will be marching towards Sabrimala shrine. We'll also get an account exactly of any issues that she had to weigh when she was walking towards Sabrimala temple. But the issues and the mayhem that was witnessed yesterday, you have almost in 4 districts that Section 144 has been put in place. So what we are getting to know, that you have this journalist, she's from New York Times, she's the South Asia Bureau journalist who is the first woman to enter and offer prayers at Sabrimala. Heavy police deployment also in place. We saw how things went out of control in some areas, especially when they spotted any woman around even the base camp there. Ugly scenes were witnessed, but now she is confidently moving forward, because there is no one who can actually stop her from going inside the temple and to offer her prayers. This is the result of the historic Supreme Court verdict that lifted the centuries-old ban of women belonging to age group between 10 to 50 years old are now free to go to Sabrimala and offer their prayers to Lord Ayyappa. The New York Times South Asia Bureau journalist being the first amongst the women who will be now going inside Sabrimala temple. It's a long journey till she reaches the Sabrimala temple, and she is being escorted by the police there. Let me straight away go across to Sanjeevi for more on this. Sanjeevi, it was some ugly scenes that we witnessed yesterday, but leaving that behind, you have this woman. She's a journalist and she's moving towards Sabrimala. She will be the first woman inside Sabrimala temple.
Well, exactly, Amita. Full police security cordoning off the area. Now, this correspondent of the New York Times is actually walking towards Sabrimala. Is what you're going to understand as of now. She started today early morning from the Pamba base. So we have been told just now we're getting information that she's actually returning back from Appancherry, an area called Appancherry. Apache made she did not reach Sabrimala Sannidhana, is what we have been told. So we don't know exact reason why she's coming back, but now we have been told she's crossed the Pamba base. She started Sabrimala. She has reached an area called Apache Made, and she did not make to the temple, and she's coming back, is what we have been told. This is the initial information which is coming now, Amita.
But Sanjeevi, yesterday we also saw that one woman was attempting to move towards Sabrimala. She was blocked and halted and threatened, and she had to return. But do we also witness some kind of scenes here? Because there are visuals of protests that are happening, and again you have people who have surrounded this journalist.
Well, there's something about the protest, but the situation is still grim here, because a 12-hour hartal has been announced. A 12-hour bunch has been announced by these protest groups also support
All right, Sanjeevi, we'll just quickly reconnect that line with you. But you have another journalist who has been blocked by the protesters amid heavy police protection there. She was moving forward to be the first woman to enter and offer prayers at the Sabrimala temple. But as Sanjeevi was reporting that she was en route Sabrimala but was blocked by protesters. So what exactly happened there? We'll get a blow-by-blow account from Sanjeevi as well, because you have another woman who has been blocked by the protesters. Remember, viewers, yesterday too, a woman from Andhra was the first among all those women who were wanting to go and offer their prayers to Sabrimala. She was blocked and threatened as well. Now, bowing to pressure, she had to return. Now you have another woman who was marching towards Sabrimala. She is a New York Times South Asia Bureau journalist to be the first woman to enter and offer prayers at Sabrimala, but her way was too blocked by protesters. Now, amid heavy security and police deployment, we can also see she speaking to the police personnel deployed there, but there are also protesters, several of them who have surrounded her. There are some talks that are going on, some kind of argument that ensued, but what we are getting to know that she too was blocked before she could even start her way towards the Sabrimala temple. We'll get an account from Sanjeevi as well, because witnessing the ugly scenes yesterday, how the situation went completely out of control. Republic TV's journalist Pooja Prasanna too being attacked, our car being vandalized, our equipments being stolen. It was not only Pooja but other media personnel, men and women who were attacked by the people there. And we saw how the situation unfolded. Now today you have Section 144 that has been also put in place for several areas in 4 districts, so that the situation is in a better way that can be controlled following the developments that take place.